Hey guys, today's lesson is going to be on dividing fractions. We're going to be dividing fractions using something called KFC. We'll get to exactly what that is in a minute. But right now what I want you guys to do is pause the video and have a go at this getting better at maths question. Okay guys, hopefully you've had a go at this yourself. We have a mixture that is 2/3 plus 1/4. We have to add these two fractions together. And remember that if we have fractions with a different denominator, we need to make the denominator the same to add them, and one way we can do that is multiply the bottom of both fractions together. Now, the way we change this 2 is we think about what we did to this 3 to make it a 12. We times it by 4, so we have to times our 2 by 4 as well. What did we do to the 4 to make it a 12? We times it by 3. So we have to do the same thing to our 1 as well. So that means the answer here is 11/12. So that means that soil and compost together make up 11/12 of the mixture. So that means sand makes up 1/12. So these are some revision questions from the last class that we had. These are multiplying fractions questions. So remember what we did when we were multiplying fractions is we times top with top and bottom with bottom. So in this case we end up with 6/20, and then we can simplify the fraction by dividing top and bottom by the same number. In this case I'm going to divide top and bottom by 2. Alright, I'll get you guys to pause the video and have a go at the other 3 questions here on this page. Alright, so I am going to run through the answers really quick. 4 times 2 is 8. 3 times 5 is 15. 8/15. We can't simplify that. Now this one, 11 times 3 is 33. 12 times 10 is 120. Can we simplify that fraction? I don't think we can. And this question here. Now, when you see a question like this in maths, with the word of, we have to think of means times. So a half of a half means a half times a half. Now we times top with top and we times bottom with bottom. Alright, now how do we divide fractions? We use KFC. What that means is we keep the first fraction, we keep it exactly as it is. We flip, we take the second fraction here and we flip it upside down, and then we change the divide to a times, and now this becomes a multiplication of fractions question that we should be very familiar with by now. So 3 times 8 is 24. We times top with top, we times bottom with bottom, and we get 15. 24/15. Or We can simplify that by dividing top and bottom by 3 to 8 over 5. Now, in this second question, we can change our mixed numerals into fractions, or we can consider them separately. I'm going to change them into improper fractions. 5 times 2 is 10, plus 2 is 12, so this number here is 12. Divided by 1 times 5 is 5, plus 3 is 8 over 5. Now we're going to KFC again, keep the first fraction, flip the second fraction, change the divide to a times. And now we times top with top and bottom with bottom. So we end up with 5 times 12 is 60, 5 times 8 is 40, and we can actually simplify this down. If we divide top and bottom by 20, we end up with 3 over 2. So this is an important word we need to learn, the reciprocal. The reciprocal is what we get when we flip our fraction. So if I have the fraction 1 over 2, the reciprocal equals 2 over 1. The reciprocal is a fancy word for the flipped fraction. Okay guys, so now you're going to get to work. If you want to do the textbook work, it's exercise 6G, page 218. You'll only be doing question 9 and question 10 though. When you're doing these questions, I want you to remember that a number, just a regular old number written like this, can be written as the number over 1. So if we just want to write 5, we could also write 5 over 1. If we wanted to write 3, we can also write 3 over 1. You'll need to remember this to answer these questions. And if you'd rather choose to do EP, you will find the link on iLearn just below where you've got this video. Thanks guys. Hey guys, just wanted to make a quick correction here. This fraction here can actually be simplified. If we divide the top and the bottom by 3, 33 divided by 3 is 11, and 120 divided by 3 is 40. Sorry about that guys, this is the most simple version of this fraction.